Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be a video about possibly carrying my HK P30L. I have no sponsors on the channel at the moment. You can help me out by hitting that subscribe button, ringing the bell, commenting down below. All that stuff really does help. And also that B channel, man, FF Lifestyle. It is the most genuine content that you guys are going to see out there. It is action-packed. Skateboarding, snowboarding, longboarding, mountain biking, car stuff, random reviews, travel vlogs. If you're adventurous, check it out. I promise you, you will find something over there that you're going to like. Card up in the right-hand corner of your screen. Hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Oh, man. All right. Spoiler alert. Am I going to start carrying the P30L? Well, I've been carrying it for about 2 weeks now, and the answer is probably not. I have been watching my beloved. This is like my I can't even put words to my TRP. I love this gun. It's just an unhealthy amount. I would do dirty things to this gun behind closed doors. So just keep that in mind. And this thing is lightless because I'm poor and only have one X300 just sitting there looking at me. I can never not carry this gun. So I will be going back to my TRP, but I really did try for the P30L. What made this possible to carry this pistol for about 2 weeks? We're going to talk about the pros and cons, what I liked about it and what I didn't, was this Falco inside the waistband holster. This is not a carbon fiber overlay, okay? It's not a carbon fiber sticker. This is an actual fully carbon fiber holster. These guys are mad scientists over at Falco, and oh my God, one company that I absolutely love. I love those guys at Falco. They did not pay me to say this at all, but full disclosure, they did send me this holster for the P30L. I was talking about other holsters to try out from them. I wanted to see this carbon fiber holster, and I thought of a gun because they make like a bajillion different gun models in their holsters. I thought of one that would be very difficult and that I just did not see anywhere else out there, and that is the P30L. You just don't ever see holsters for them, really at all. I mean, there are, don't get me wrong, there's a few companies out there, but it's harder to find, especially a light-bearing inside the waistband holster that's not just like a generic holster. But this carbon fiber one they dropped at SHOT Show, I saw it, I'm like, dude, it is unbelievably light, and carbon fiber generally is supposed to be fairly durable, so I wanted to give it a shot. Of course, typical Falco, the holster is unbelievably good in the fitment area. Again, Falco did not ask me to make this video at all. I don't even think they know I'm doing it, but I just want to give them a shout out. This is a really cool holster and surprisingly light and comfortable. Time will tell with the carbon fiber how it really holds up, how it wears on the pistol, if it wears more than Kydex or less, etc. But so far, it is an unbelievably comfortable holster to carry with just because of how light and just slick the holster is. I really dig it. So that's how I have been carrying the P30 in appendix. And you guys know, I carried the VP9 for almost 7 years. That was my EDC gun before the TRP took over, and I became a boomer after taking a few pills, and all of a sudden I carried nothing but 1911s and shotguns. I loved my VP9. And the only thing that really got me about the VP9 was I wanted it to have the texturing that the P30 has. I mean, this is like, other people in reviews have talked about it, but this is like 1080p, this is 720p, okay? It's still good, not bad, but this is just better. It's just a better texturing. It feels better in the hand. Height over bore, a little higher on the P30, but I prefer hammer, especially hammer carry when I'm carrying appendix. It's just something I like. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but I like putting my thumb over it, making sure that nothing could snag the trigger and blow the balls off, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of a cool option to have, and I always wanted to carry a P30. I was genuinely surprised with how well the P30 carried in this configuration. When you're carrying it dead center at the 12 o'clock position, the way that the light kind of sneaks off to the right fits perfectly. If you're a dude, you got your kind of giblets on the left side, your leg over here, and this light kind of tucks down that center area and is very, very comfortable. I did not feel the pistol at all sitting, standing, running around. It was a very, very comfortable setup. I've gotten away from the sidecar rig, not because it's a bad style of rig, but because honestly, the added weight up in the appendix area with a spare mag creates some lower back problems for me after carrying it for years and years and years. So I've tried to lighten the amount of weight that's in the front and kind of distribute the magazines around different parts of my waist to kind of counterbalance everything. And I was actually just carrying the magazine in my pocket, and that worked out really well. But as far as how the gun carried, it was so unbelievably comfortable and light, and I had a lot more on tap, and man, it made me really double think my decision to carry a ginormous and heavy 1911 every single day, as much as I love my TRP. It was just such a comfortable gun. And again, it had that hammer. I just really liked carrying, drawing. It was a comfortable gun, and it draws really well from concealment. No concerns there. My gripe with the P30, I got a lot of rounds through P30s, and I knew this would be the case, but my mindset is still just the exact same. The trigger on the standard P30 is pretty horrendous. I am not a trigger guy, like when it comes to a trigger snob. I'll shoot anything and I'll learn anything. I get it. As much as I shoot the standard P30, I just think HK did not get this trigger right. I've shot a lot of USPs. I've shot a lot of Mark 23s, all in standard configurations. And those are all manageable. They're fine. They're not the best, but they're not the worst. The P30 series is just horrendous. It reminds me a lot of the HK45 series. You have this very long take up in the single action, very squishy. You got your break, not bad, okay? Where it gets you is the reset. Long, heavy reset all the way out, and then a long break again. Now double action again, pretty rough, crunchy, long, and I was flinching, pulling rounds, and that happens to me every single time I shoot a P30. Now, I have no doubt that with proper training, practice, couple thousand more rounds downrange, I would get used to that trigger. I would understand it, know how it works, and get it broken in a little bit better. This gun probably only has about 600 rounds through it, so not quite to that nice, buttery, smooth stage yet. But it just, you know, the gun's doing its job. It's not a bad gun. It's very reliable. If you are doing your job, it's very, very accurate. It's just hard for me to shoot. It has a bizarre recoil impulse, and it has not a great trigger, and those two things combined make it not the best. A lot of you are screaming, oh, what about this XYZ trigger connector thing you can put in here, short reset? I have seen a lot of those be installed at the gun shop that I worked at for a very long time. And I gotta be honest with you guys, it just didn't really change it all that much for me. It might have took like a few centimeters off the travel of the reset, but for the potential of having maybe reliability issues in a carry gun, it just didn't really check out for me. I mean, really, we're talking like, here's the normal reset, and there's the reset with the new and improved aftermarket trigger. And the same was the case with the Langdon triggers. It didn't really change the gun. The LEM trigger is much better. It's totally doable. And if you were going to carry a P30, the LEM would be my choice, but it's still not like the best trigger out there. And it's still okay. Got some downsides. I hate how that little hammer's kind of waving at you the whole time, and on reset you got that little number, so it's just constantly waving. It's very distracting for me. And again, I love my P30s, don't get me wrong, but shooting it at the range again today just kind of confirmed for me that as much as I love the gun, it's really hard for me to justify carrying the gun for the shootability that it has. You've seen me pull out 3 HKs on the counter just in this video. I love HK, I love these pistols. I will never sell these pistols, but this is my 100% unbiased view of the P30 after all these years, all these models, different times of shooting them. I don't know that I could ever reliably carry the gun, because on the back of my mind, I'm always kind of like, if I really needed this pistol, could I really make that shot under stress with this gun in this configuration? I genuinely don't know. I was really not happy with my performance today at the range with this pistol, and that is how I've walked away from every single range day with any of the P30s that I own. You can kind of hear that come through in a lot of the videos I've done of P30s. It is what it is. My BP9, I never had that feeling. I really loved that gun. It shot so unbelievably great for me, and I'm almost at 6,000 rounds through that pistol. In this case, it's not the same. That's me. That's not saying that somebody else couldn't pick up a P30 and shoot it unbelievably well. That's just not been my experience. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you can understand and know why I'm going directly back to my glorious TRP. If you have any other questions about this video or anything else on the channel, throw them down below in the comments section and I will get back to you. While you're down there, head up to the description for the ways to support the channel. And as always, stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.